This is Workbench with Workbench Quagmire, back with day 51 of our free code camp Python certification in 100-ish days. Um, Today, as a reminder, first, we don't actually do the project, the build a budget app project. We don't do any of the projects. But what we're doing is building a project that's similar to the project that they have. We tend to follow a lot of the things they have. I'm trying to, you know, kind of do everything like they would. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to do this, our version of this transfer. We're doing a project tracker app. They're doing a budget tracker. So, ours is tracking time, theirs is tracking dollars. It's basically the same thing. And we're upping the ante a little bit by writing our own tests. So, you can see here, test output will go here. When you run this, it's running tests and it's going to give you all the tests that failed. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to follow what I believe is the correct way of doing test-driven development. And we're going to write a test, fail it, and then we'll go back and write the code to complete it. So today on our transfer one, let's see what they did with their transfer, what the requirements are. So they have a transfer method, accepts amount in another category. So now we'll have two projects. We'll have to set two projects up in our tester as well. And withdraws the amount with a description, transfer to destination, and deposits in another category with transfer it from source, where the source and destination should be replaced with the name of the destination source category. So it'd be the project.name. The methods will return true when the transfer is successful and false otherwise. So this is going to be similar to our withdrawal, where we're going to do all this stuff if it's true, and if not, we're just going to return false. So let's go to our code and take a look at what we have. So we don't have anything right now. We have this time transfer. This is almost the last thing within this project class we'll be doing. The string method will be that thing we saw in there where it prints out the entire kind of list of transactions. So let's go to our test. Like I said, we're going to create two of these now. So we're actually going to call this self.project and self.project 2 equals project tracker dot project 2. And then we're going to just go ahead and, for good measure, project 2 dot time budget. We're going to give project 2 a very large time budget, or we'll give it a really small time budget because it'll need to borrow some hours from our project 1 is what we're going to set up here. So now if we go down to our time transfer, all right now we're doing is checking that it's true, and this should all pass still. Let's test it. Yep, it all passes still, because we haven't written a test that'll fail. So our time transfer now, we want to we're going to self dot project dot time transfer, and then we're going to transfer 5 hours, and that's all we need because the description should be in there. So self assert almost equal true. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the project 2 dot project to project log, and we're going to look at the last entry just for good measure, and we're going to see if the description equals, what was it that they were looking at here? Equals transfer from, and then it's going to be project 1. It's just going to be project. And that's all too long. There's not a good way to break it up. So we're just going to leave that for now. So now we should actually have a failing test. So I don't even know how to do it yet. I got to do a little bit of investigation, as I want to make it one video and I want to spend the entire video Googling about how to do it. And then the create time chart thing looks pretty complicated, but it kind of looks like it's some sort of a loop where we'll just loop through the objects. And basically, if we'll just have a bunch of counters that are counting down. As if you look here, oops, I wasn't showing my code again. So here's our code, but back to this. If we look down here, kind of looks like it loops. So instead of a percentage, probably what we'll do is we'll pull in all the data from each project, and the one with the most hours will be here. And then we'll just go down by like increments of 5 or something. And so we'll end up having to do like floor division or rounding down, to like the nearest 5. And then it'll be, look at, in our case, look at project 1. It has 60 hours. We'll put a 0 in this column. And so this will be like a formatted string probably. Formatted string, formatted string, formatted string, formatted string until we get to 0. And then print this, then print. Again, we'll iterate through the names, starting with the first element until we get to the end. These will just be blanks. So that's pretty complicated for me to think through, but we'll get it done. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time where we work on our init string, which is this thing here. See you then.